What's up, everybody? It's your favorite rock man's favorite nerd. It's a little bit of Mega Man trivia for you real Mega Man fans out there, which I kind of sort of am. I don't know, not really probably, but I know a little bit about him, and I was a big fan of like the first couple games that came out for Nintendo, probably 1, 2, and 3. That being said, this is the Sentinel 4-inch one. He's a little bit taller than 4 inches. This is all known to me from Esteban. It's a pretty cool figure. This is a simple Sunday review, so no skit, but it's a pretty cool figure and worth talking about, so we're going to go ahead and do so now. He comes with an opposite posing hand or a fist for his left hand, and then he comes with a whole swap out piece if you want to do away with his weapon for his right hand. So, you know, decent enough options. And then he comes with, I just stepped on a Lego face, and it's stylized pretty well. The paint and all that, the sculpt all works, so no issues there. It's the same sort of detailings that we'll talk about when we get to the actual figure, minus the teeth, which is just, you know, white paint. And then he comes with the display base. I've always wanted to look at one. It seems, I haven't messed with it yet, it seems like this just clips into there, I guess, and then you have this, and then these arms, you got a hinge, 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 swivel, swivel, and then this grips the figure, this claw here. So I've always wanted to look at one of these and just never had the opportunity. But to be fair, after trying it out, the clips are a little too big for this figure, which is a bit of a bummer. So let's talk about him. He's actually a pretty cool little guy. A couple issues that I have, but we'll talk about him as we go. Some really interesting stuff for the head. I'm going to try to swap out. Well, no, I'm not going to swap out, but maybe I'm not. But I just don't want to scratch any of the paint or anything. It has this piece here that folds up into the helmet of just the slightest bit to give you a little bit of extra range in the head, which I think is a really nice touch. Other than that, it's on a ball peg into the head. So it works really well. The eyes are all painted, though all the paint on the face is clean. It's a lot of just straight paint on this figure, like a flat paint, which works fine. It's not the cleanest where they had to do color variation, but for the most part it works well, and there is a little bit of rub from where the joints are hitting. So just keep that in mind as you're posing them, just be careful. But head articulation works beautifully, and we have the light blue and the red paint there. Now, for the shoulders, it seems like there should be a butterfly joint, but I only get the slightest bit of range out of them. So I don't know what's going on there. And then a disc hinge at the shoulder, which gets the arm up to there, down to there, and then the swivel around, so that's fine. You get a bicep swivel, single hinged elbow that gets you a little bit over 90 degrees. And then the hands, ball peg inside, they come out to a peg in the hand, so you'll get the swivel at the hand and then the ball peg motion around, which works really well, all things considered. Same for the other side, except you had the buster here, and you had the yellow paint there and the red paint there, but the range of motion's still great, all works the same. Now, I've been messing with this, and I think this is a double ball peg from the chest into the abdomen, and then a single from the abdomen into the pelvis. But using both, the range is crazy. Look at that bend. It's nuts. Nuts. Works extremely well. Same for the lower. Not as much bend, obviously, but it works well. You get the swivel and everything that you need out of it, so it's fine. So this is, I'm guessing, a ball joint. So it's not a peg, it's just a... No, it might be a ball hinge. It might be a ball hinge. I can't really... Yeah, I think it's a ball hinge. That gets you the forward motion. It is a little limited, and it's a little off at an angle because of the sculpt of the underoos there, but all in all, it's fine, and then you get them out to the side at a great range, so that's okay. A little bit limited, but okay. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, and it's cool because you can... They had this extra bit here that you usually won't see because you don't display your figures from the back. And it tucks in a bit to hide the ugly joint and still get a great, but you know, yeah. So you still get a great range, and you can hide the joint a bit by tucking this piece into the calf, which I think is cool. And then this medium blue there, which we haven't really talked about. And then we have a double ball peg for the calf into the ankle, which gets you an ankle tilt up, down, rocker, red paint on the bottom. So a very simple, straightforward figure with some surprisingly complicated or complex elements to it, to include, you know, this extra hinge in the head and this extra fold-in piece in the calf. So like just a little bit of extra love to make it a kind of really opposable and fun figure. Size comparison wise, there he is with SHF Mario, so pretty cool. Final thoughts wise, beware of the paint rub. Beware of some of the joints that look like they should move, like those butterfly that seem to get stuck. The paint could be a little cleaner in terms of where two colors have to meet. And that's really it. It's a fun, posable figure that is surprisingly complex for how simple it initially seems. There is obvious care here. There is obvious effort and passion. So that always gets a recommend from me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.